So in this video, we're gonna go over the steps that it takes to get a door ready to paint if you don't have an airless sprayer. Now, say you don't have a sprayer, but you wanna paint your door, but you're worried about the finish. We're gonna show you a way to do it at home without professional tools. So we're gonna show you the steps. One, get it prepped, sanded, which it already is done, it's sanded. So next step will be dusting. Then we're gonna go ahead and caulk and fill all of the cracks and imperfections. Then from there, what we'll do is we'll paint. And I'll go over my strategy of where I like to start and where I like to end to avoid lap lines and minimize any kind of overstrokes and brush strokes and stuff. So stick around, don't go anywhere. You can do this, it's easy, so don't go anywhere. Okay, so here are the tools that I like to use for a front door if I don't have access to a sprayer. And some projects won't really, some projects you can't really spray because there's different scenarios, and in this scenario we could spray, but we're gonna choose to show you how to use hand tools to do it. It's very simple, and I think you guys can get it done. So first thing is, if it has any cracks and imperfections, you wanna get yourself some caulking. Today we're using a fast spray caulking, which is paintable after about 30 minutes. Most standard caulking takes up to about 2 hours. So if you use like a DAP brand like this will take about 2 hours before you can paint for it to fully cure. That way, you wanna wait the cure time because otherwise you'll deal with bubbling and you'll worry about this failing later on. This particular door here is in the sun a lot of the day. So now it's about halfway through the day, we're about noon. So it catches about 6 hours of direct sunlight in the morning. So it gets weathered. So we wanna make sure to give it the best possible paint job so it can last the longest. So we're gonna go over what we need. Some caulking, a caulking gun. I like to use a no drip caulking gun because it'll really save you some time. They are a little more expensive, but I mean, you buy one, it'll last you a while, I promise. I'm not exactly using the right roller pad for this. What you want to use is maybe a foam roller, a very thin, fine finish roller. Now this is the level up from a fine finish, but since this door already has a lot of brush marks and is an old or weathered door, we're gonna get away with using this 3/8 nap here. So we also have an old brush here, and this is not a brush that I'm gonna be painting with. This is purely a duster brush. And if you can see, it's all blown out on the end. So you want something that you could dust off. I like to use old brushes that I can't paint with anymore that have been damaged along the way. They work great as little back pocket brooms, you know? Then you want a nice quality, soft bristle, synthetic brush to paint on your acrylic paint. Because you want something small, thin, that doesn't hold too much paint, because really when you're painting these small areas, you just need a little minimal amount of paint to get in. And we're gonna go over that. We're gonna go over where you wanna start and where you wanna end so you don't get a bunch of lap lines, and it makes it easy and you don't hate painting the front door when you're done. So also, of course, some tape. I'm just using standard old yellow construction grade, consumer grade tape here. This is a level up. We got the frog tape. It's a little expensive, but this stuff will save you a lot of headaches in the end if you use it correctly. Now, it's summertime, so be sure to keep don't let your tape sit in the sun for too long. And this frog tape stuff right here, man, it is good stuff, I'll tell you what. That frog tape stuff has like a little gel, it's made with some kind of adhesive, so that way when it's exposed to moisture, it'll swell up, and what it does is it creates a barrier between the paint and the adjacent surface that you're trying not to get paint on. So all right, enough babbling. Let's get into this. We gotta take this door apart, and then we're gonna tape off some stuff. So that's the next step. We're gonna tape it and show you how we did it. And yeah, let's go. All right, guys, so we're just back from lunch. This is the first coat. I'm gonna go ahead and get it going for a second coat, and then maybe even need a third coat because it's the nature of the beast when you're painting red over black. So I hope this was helpful. If you guys liked the video, give me a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video. Go inside.
There's this glass on the top.